Welcome back to my wonderful cheese pizzas. I salute you all. Today we're going to speak about some ICOs. You see, friends, I am participating in ICOs. The recent one we've been doing is Drift. You don't have to participate. I'm just trying to find things out there just to see, can I get cheap prices? Remember, they don't all have to fill. I'm also participating in Paid Launchpad. Now, unfortunately, with Paid Launchpad, it doesn't do US citizens. So this is a certain part of the lottery ticket of my portfolio, but we're not going to stop there, because if I was a US citizen, what would I be doing? I would be buying the meme coins and altcoins. I would be looking for leverage on ecosystems that recover. So a good viable strategy that you could do is try to look at the most popular chains and find meme coins that you think will be the premier meme coin for them. And here's the thing. You need to do a lot of research, and you're probably not going to get super cheap prices, because BONK with Solana, right? Remember, Solana did a 5x move. BONK did a 100x. It actually went total 300x, but 100x just from like a middle baseline. Okay, 100x move. This woke up the market. So there's a meme coin on Coinbase called Toshi, and then that reacted up. I think it did like 10 or 20 or 30x. I forgot how much it did. And if you want to see these, you can just go to Dex Screener, for example. You can have a look, friends. So if you go there, you can find base. And then you'll be able to find like Toshi. See, this is just one example, right? You can see it's actually like going down a bit. So if we put on a weekly chart, this is the big move. So this is the thing, man. The market wakes up to these. Now it's down 65%. So why I'm sharing this with you is just to let you know it is a viable strategy. Go into chains, try to find the premier meme coins, but you listen to me. Please keep your back straight. Keep your fluffy slippers on. You must get a cheap price. There is absolutely no ifs or buts. It has to be a cheap price, unless you have very high conviction and good probability bet on your side in terms of the next narrative starting in your coin. Very important. Do you know like of any funding rounds done or big media hype that's coming specifically to this chain you're looking at? For example, is it going to be Phantom or Polkadot or Arbitrum or Optimism or Pulse Chain? We don't know that. There's many others. There's heaps of chains out there. All right. So if you have that advantage, you can sacrifice a bit of pricing here. So for example, here, I'm going to just teach you, right? What would I do? Let's say you came across this coin, Toshi. Let's say, here's the thing, right? Coinbase doesn't have much on it yet, but you're kind of thinking, wait, if they have 100 million customers, they're probably going to onboard people to their chain in the bull market at some point in the future. And so it's probably going to have an ecosystem of poop everywhere. And so, friends, you're not a genius if you think of this. Everyone knows this. That's why, for example, Coinbase had literally no adoption, yet it still went, look at this, on this coin did a 15x bank in 2 weeks. It's because people, once they see Solana's BONK rally and did the monster move, they see that and they go, oh, let's go buy everything. Let's go buy all the trash on all the chains. And it prices it in. You see how people price it in? So it's very rough when you try to imagine yourself thinking of these ideas, but them slipping away from you. It's just a rough world, because that's just how the markets work, right? You're thinking of this amazing idea in your head, but everybody else is too. And that's why everybody's running over each other, trying to chase each other. But let's say we are in this world and we wanted to buy this. By the way, I don't own Toshi, not touching it. It's only 70% down. And you don't know, man, like what if Coinbase's narrative is like at the end of 2025? Like, you know what I mean? Maybe there's 10 chains that go before it. You don't know that. But what I'm going to do is I'll add like a SuperTrend. See this SuperTrend? And maybe I'll put an EMA here. All right, now this EMA, I'm going to remove this volume because it's annoying. This EMA, just change to like a 21. And you can see this, right? It is so new. It hasn't even printed a proper weekly period on the SuperTrend. It's just like starting red, just because it's like freaking, it's so new. But I'm not sure if this is actually when it started, but if you want to go down, you can look at the daily time frame. All right, now this is where things get a bit interesting, because right now it's going down here. All right, now this is the thing. You see up this line here? This is where it would need to cross if you want to flip bullish again. You can actually see the distance here. Just use the example. It's basically got to go up 80% and close the day up here. But it's not even guaranteed, because look at this, right? There are periods where any coin can flip green on a super trend and then flip red. all you're doing is going 3 times the average distance in one side, and then you're confirming it as a trend. The higher the time frame, the harder it is for a little person to manipulate it. It needs a lot of money to go there. But I'm just showing you what one method you can do, because you have this on your radar, right? So this is like a perfect example. I'm like, well, there's all these chains out there. I've kind of heard maybe Toshi is like a meme coin, which is on Coinbase, right? And also be careful, because other people can launch other new meme coins as Coinbase starts rallying as well and blow this out of the water. That's still very possible, okay? But if you put on, say, a daily trend, at least you have a level here to watch. You go, you know what? Firstly, I want you to close a week up here, actually close a day up here, and then just go sideways. And then you might be looking at something like that, but you're not even guaranteed that anyway. But at least what I'm doing is I'm giving you a framework to put like a very simple system. You just look at your chart and you go, you know what? I'm not going to FOMO this. Why? The trend is down on a daily. I've got no reason to move in. If you move it to a 3-day chart, it's still green here. So this is actually interesting. This is a 3-day chart. If it just fell down another 12%, you're like in bad territory now. But it kind of probably will, because you're probably thinking like, well, what does this meme coin do? Nothing. Okay, why did people buy it? Because they saw a dog coin go up on another chain. So it's funny. Solana, a VC insider grift chain, had a dog coin which was pumped by insiders as well, and then it had like a narrative drift, right? Friends, but I'm summarizing things here for you. I'm not knocking them. Yes, there's real demand and people that come in, but you got to be skeptical when you look at this. If you keep thinking that there's amazing technology and marketing going on behind the scenes, if you think that's happening, on average, you're going to get wrecked. Your friends and your family will end up buying the tops because you think something new and unique is going on. No. You got played. All right. Just remember that I'm here as your friend to tell you the game for what's going on. Whenever you see things going up, the first thing in your mind shouldn't be, this is the most valuable thing in the world. It should be saying, this is trash. And it has to prove itself to me it's good. Not by going up by prices, by you doing the research. Okay. So that's what happened with basically BONK. Now we get to see how the next 6 to 12 months play out in them, but you know how it ends, right? There was $25 million clips on the spot market trying to sell OTC of that moving through exchanges, for example. Now, if you're looking at something like Toshi and that's your thesis, you're looking at this. Let's say it actually does come down here. Let's say it actually does go down below this SuperTrend. Actually make it a bit darker for you so you can see it too, right? Let's say it does come down here and it flips it. You'll probably find this will be where the new red line is. And so if it goes back up here, it's basically telling you it's go time again. But what I've done is I've shown you using a very simple indicator how you can watch something on the side very slowly and not get FOMO, and you don't have to stress. Because there are thousands of coins like this. Literally, there's every layer 1 chain has multiple meme coins, trash, subculture, filth, everything. You can't possibly watch all of them. They're all moving, pumping and dumping, etc. So you need more luck than just going, okay, I know what the meme coin is that's going to pump. You need more luck, right? There's timing involved. It becomes very stressful. But you can increase your probability of win if you firstly get a good price, and secondly, do some research. So you need like a sticky community. Is there a community there? Is there a cult? Are people doing aggressive shilling and promoting? Are there people who demonstrate that they're not leaving? That's something you have to figure out when it comes to every single coin, right? And that's why when I show you my lottery tickets, I have found communities that are able to, for example, demonstrate these, right? So just to show you, right? Okay, now please do not FOMO buy any of these. I'm just making a list over time. We're just adding coins and communities, just things I collect. I want to see coins and communities appear. And I want to know, if the tokenomics just aren't too trash and it's Bitcoin halving year, you can throw all these things out the water and participate. Okay, so these are just some lottery coins. Okay, these are the ones I've made videos about. I will be adding more. You've got like ICOSA, Leverage on Hex, Poor Pleb 9-inch. I'm still watching, right? Still watching these, right? I do have my Poor Pleb still, and I've added a tiny bit. Haven't touched 9-inch yet. I'd like to buy later. Atropa, Pete Teddy Bear. You got Richard's Only Brother, Hex Orange Address. Also on the Ethereum side now, you've got Cult DAO and Zen, for example, there. So this list is going to keep getting expanded. I've just thrown them. I have more others. I don't even know where they are in different wallets or whatever. Just completely forgot about them. Okay. But these are ones where I've like gone and made a dedicated video. So if I make a dedicated video, you can see a lottery ticket emoji. I'll say, hey, lottery ticket, this to me is what I've done. I think it's worth it because there's a community on board. So what I've shown you now is just an example, right, of, you see a narrative play out. You don't have to get FOMO. You can leave things on the side and you can leave like stamina in your brain to participate in other narratives just in case they pop up. Okay. So all of this is important. Why? It's because, look, the insiders' friends, they get given seed ICO allocations. So for example, this chain called Monad, otherwise known as Gonad. So this is important because remember, I started off by telling you about ICOs. We can only get the ICOs that come across our way. We don't get the juicy ones. For example, Arbitrum was given to Ethereum insiders. They're up 950x. They're going to dump every unlock. They're going to dump it for ETH, whilst telling everyone it's still going up. This other one, Gonad, you can tell, for example, once you start seeing this word monad and say and molestia and all of these, once they start appearing on my feed, your feed, and we're seeing on YouTube, it's not for a good reason. It's because the people who are telling us about it got given insider allocations and they're very profitable on side and they want to dump. So their goal is to convince you. For example, molestia, so TIA, the ICO allocation was 9 cents. Its price went up to $15. So basically they're 150x on side. Now, the goal is, this is the whole crypto game. The goal is to convince you and me that even at $10, it's cheap because it's going to go to 100. They don't want you to focus on that ICO price. The influencers will never tell me and you the ICO price. I make specific videos to tell you, and I show you the information. I make specific detailed videos. Go, hey, these CUNTs got in at 9 cents, and now they're trying to tell us $10 is cheap. They're trying to get you to stake for airdrops. Now, I'm not just singling out Molestia. Every single coin does this. I'm showing you as they appear, okay? Because they're insiders now. They're not letting me and you win. They're trying to use us for exit liquidity. Screw them. So we have to play a different game. That's why paid at least helps us get into an ICO. But if you're a US citizen, friends, that's why I just got to try to throw things your way. But you got to get down and dirty, right? In terms of playing meme coins and altcoins. That's the unfortunate part when it comes to this. It's not really unfortunate. I mean, they're fun and they move fast, but this is the game, okay? So the harsh reality is, right, we, the people, will get nothing. They will tell us about the coin, right, when it's time for them to sell on you. We are outsiders and they don't like us. Follow me for friendship. So, like just telling you, this is Mr. Pigeon, right? He's saying Crypto Ran. So shout out to Mr. Ran. So if you're listening, Ran, shout out to Crypto Banter Show. Shout out to Ran. Just telling you, this is the game, friends, okay? I'm not in the club. If they want me in the club, pay. No, I'm joking. They'll never let me in the club. I'm telling you now, they'll never let me in the club. The things you have to do to get in the club, friends, is an insane amount of basically sacrificing your own soul. You really got to make a deal with the devil. I can't believe people go out here and talk to people and genuinely tell them the BS that you hear out there. You know their ICO allocations. You can go research them, man. I research them. I figure it out. I go, oh, look at this spastic. Look at this loser. He's up 400x trying to tell us that this thing's still cheap, right? Screw them. I don't like these people. I don't like them at all. I'll never like them. I'll never hang around with them. I don't care. They can keep the money. It's dirty, okay? They're literally robbing people blind. It's literally like the leverage exchanges. The people who show you the leverage trading shills, yeah, they know there's a 99% failure rate. But you think like they were so silly enough to like, oh, you could figure out Bitcoin, the financial system and blockchain, but you can't read like one article showing you that 99% of traders fail. It's all a game, okay? Don't get played. Now, Mr. Pigeon was making a joke here saying that CryptoRan is a seed investor in Monad, save bros, be a back. So he's basically saying like he found out that, see, mainstream YouTuber, so Crypto Banter Show, 500K plus followers, very, very successful on YouTube. He's basically implying that now Monad will be cursed because Ran will speak about that coin and take attention away from SEI, say, which they also got insider allocations to. They're just not telling you, okay? This is the whole thing, right? Because everybody knows, friends, once they start talking about it on these channels, it's to exit. You see, it's to exit. It's to tell you, look at this shiny product. That's what it's for. Okay, you got to. If you don't know this, you're gonna get wrecked. This is literally the whole crypto industry, top down, everything. This is literally it. This is what you see. Okay, luckily you have a friend like me who's trying to tell you this and to tell you, okay, if you win the game, you got to get strong core altcoins. You have to find cults, undervalued prices when everybody calls it a scam. That's where you have to get in. Try to get things where there's no VC coins or they're all unlocked. For example, Pulse Chain, Pulsex, no VC coins, all the coins are unlocked. There are many others out there that we're going to try to find as well, okay? Here's also a gentleman saying, so is Kobe. He's talking about Monad, a seed investor in Kobe. Hard to fade Kobe because we dislike Ran. So, friends, obviously, look, Ran is a friend of the channel, okay? Just because he unfollowed me and he cursed himself, he's going to see the light one day. But this is how things propel into the future. This is how things snowball. So I want you to learn. See, you think, just like me at the start, that certain influencers were gifted. They could see the light. No, they are insiders. They are like Roca Negra. Not only do they know the future, they control the future. How do they control the future? They know they have been given an ICO seed allocation for very, very cheap prices. And they know part of the deal is everybody in this list has to go shill. So they know when it's time for the tokens and the product and the chain to be released, let's say they're planning it like fourth quarter of 2024 or January 2025, whenever it comes, they all know that all their follower accounts, and they can all see this. They go, okay, I've got 500K, this guy's got 1 million, this guy's got 600K, this guy's got 200K, this guy's on Twitter. They can see all these friends. They know, oh, Kobe's respected. Kobe has 700,000 followers and he's like the Jesus saint of Twitter. He can do no wrong. Okay, and everyone's going to FOMO and follow him no matter what. They know all these. Okay, so they're insiders. You don't know that. I don't know that. This is like whispers. So I found information out here of like whispers. You're going to the city, friends. You know, it's like the city of Rome, and like in like this little alleyway, like pss, pss, the king. They're going to try to assassinate the king. This type of stuff. I'm here to share with you through the power of the internet. So what we can see is it's not that they're geniuses. It's that they're insiders. You go, me and you aren't insiders. They know the future story. They know, okay, every big influencer with all these followers and basically a very loud megaphone is accessed in this, and they have a very cheap price. So they are all financially incentivized to pump the price. They each have different methods. Some people will just go out and flat outright tell you, Molestia is undervalued, even though it's fully diluted, is $98 billion. They'll just flat out tell you things. Other people, they're more subtle. They have their YouTube or their Twitter, and they'll say, hey, by the way, I was looking at this chain, and oh, by the way, this is how it works anyway. You see? Because this is the thing. You know, every influencer, friends, they want to do the least amount of work for the most amount of reward. I know this, okay? I'm not going to name any names, but I tried to apply for ICOs that I found from certain YouTubers, and I went to their Discord. This was back in 2020. And let's just say, down the grapevine, talking to people, you know someone who knows someone who knows someone's talks to people, you end up finding out, whispers, the people that are on a list in ICOs. And what happens is, okay, the big influencers we see in crypto, they don't want to just shill the coin straight away. What they want to do is let the younger runts, the younger influencers, you know, 20K, 30K subs here and there, 50K, those ones, they want them to do the dirty work for them. They want them to shill and the price to go up, because they want to basically disappear in the shadows, the bigger guys, because they're trying to protect their reputation. If only you had a friend like me who literally drew a triangle. How many times I told you, friends, the crypto triangle of dilemma, right? You know, the triangle where you make money, the influencer makes money, and the influencer's reputation risk. They never choose this one. You never make money, okay? It's always influencer makes money and they save their reputation risk. I've told you about that trilemma problem. It's literally this today. They always try to save themselves, okay? So you now see the game, right? There's a game of insiders and outsiders. It's just like the traditional financial system. So don't get like angry or whatever. The good thing is it's transparent. We have an opportunity to win here. Isn't it good? because crypto is really efficient. We can use Uniswap, fake DeFi Uniswap. We can use any of the other exchanges. We can bridge in. We have an advantage here, okay? We can be fast and nimble, all right? So this is what to show you right here. Look at this, look at this. Jezza. Now, this is a deleted post, okay? Look at this. I don't know if it's true or fake. I don't really care. I'm just showing you. Look at the language here. He says, I heard that a project without a token that rhymes with gonad. So he's talking about this monad ICO. He goes, I heard that they recently refunded a bunch of smaller seed investors, aka kicking them to the curb for larger influencers and VCs. Ding, 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 ding. Warning. What does that tell you? That tells you, okay, hey, I'm not making any names, but is crypto banter on that show? Is Mr. Rand one of the guys who got the deals? You don't know, okay? See games, friends, it's a shark. Sharks here are eating sharks. They're all in the snake pit, and they're all playing with each other's poop at the same time. They're literally all just swimming in poop. You see, there were like low-time influencers who were going to shill to everybody, but because Gonad, right, this trash VC grift, is now growing in size with momentum and being shilled on the biggest mainstream influencers, right, that's gained enough traction for the other big influencers to approach them and say, or respond to them. Maybe they're like, hey, you guys sent me an application before, but I must have missed it. Let me in. And then the team will go, all right, you with your like 50K allocation at like a really low price, whatever allocation they give them, they're going to refund you. You have to accept the refund. We're giving it to this guy so he can come shill. Do you see? They control the narrative, friends. They know this, okay? So you get to see this. This is happening right in front of us. So the good thing is you got a friend like me who tells you the truth is when their coins come out, you might be able to trade and play momentum and do whatever, but they're trade coins. They're not hold coins. You can't hold stuff like that. They're going to be forgotten in the cycle after that. You understand it? But I'm revealing to you how the crypto industry really works. And I don't really care because you know what? They didn't give me ICOs. Where's my deal? If they gave me ICOs, I'd be handing me out to you guys like candy. I'd be like grabbing a group of 100 of you guys, giving everyone allocation. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'd be doing. But they're never going to do that for me because I'm never going to sell my soul. Okay? They can all suck a fat one. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, all. Don't forget it loves you. Share with your friends and family. Catch you soon.